Texoma's #1 hit music station, Hot 107.3 FM, JJ Phoenix, and it's a very special day today in the studio. You know why? Because I have the back-to-back President Cup champions, Allen Americans. If you don't know, one thing I love about the Allen Americans, it's a great atmosphere. If you've never been down there to the Allen Event Center, I'm telling you right now, you need to go. This is the year to go. I'm telling you, the slogan for this year is "Come and Take It." My man Tommy Daniels is here, also with Coach Steve Martinson. I want to go ahead and go into talking about opening night and the back-to-back championship. Go ahead and take it away and tell me a little bit about what you guys expect for this season.
Well, we like to say we have the same team every year. We got some new players this year, but we got some of our key guys back from last year. Jamie Shasma was the MVP of the playoffs. Tyler Ludwig led the league in scoring for defensemen. We signed the previous defenseman of the year, Kevin Young. So we got some really good, entertaining players. We like to play a physical, high-scoring, high-tempo pace. So that's a lot of fun to watch, and it's easy to get to coming from Sherman. You just got off of 75, and we're right there on Stacy Avenue. So it's a great place to come, a great family entertainment, and we're looking forward to getting things started. We start October 13th, have our first preseason game on the 17th, and our first home game on the 24th. So it's getting closer. We're a month away from kicking things off, and I'm looking forward to it.
And that's when the banner starts to raise for the first season game. Because I remember last year, maybe it's a little bit, superstitious. But I know last game, I was praying. I was like, I know this year you guys are going to win back-to-back. And I got to drop the puck. So I'm going to go ahead and toot my horn on that one real quick and say that maybe I had a little bit of good luck in that, maybe.
Hey, you know what? JJ, you guys have been a great radio partner. This is going to be the second year in a row with Hot 107.3 FM. And let me tell you something. We appreciate all you've done. Our numbers have grown here in the Sherman-Denison area, even folks coming from Durant, Oklahoma, tremendously since our partnership. So a credit to you guys for what you've done to promote the word up here in obviously in Sherman and in Texoma land. And we were at the Sherman Chamber this morning. Coach spoke to the chamber, and it's amazing how many people had already been to a game and how many people want to come to a game. So we're pretty pumped and ready to go.
Well, I know you're always pumped, man. The voice of the Allen Americans, my man Tommy Daniels right here. Tell me about the new slogan this year, "Come and Take It." What exactly did that come from, and what does it mean?
Well, when you win back-to-back championships, everybody's after you. We've got the best coach in the league. Steve Martinson, who just had his 800th victory last season. So the man, his reputation coming into Allen was pretty outstanding, which is the reason why we had our group select him to come and coach the Americans. So you look at the championships he's won over the years. It was no surprise that his first year here that we won a championship, and we've got a lot of talent, a lot of returning talent, and I think the exciting thing for our fans this year is we've got a lot of new players. And in minor league hockey, you see guys move around quite a bit. We had a lot of guys that went on to Europe this year. When you're on top, people want to pick from your roster. And so a lot of our players got to offers to go over and play in Europe. They can make more money over there. But Steve's got a great roster ready to go for the season.
Steve, man, I didn't know, Coach Martinson, that you had 800 wins until Tommy just told me. Tell me, that right there is remarkable, because I respect coaches. I play a little bit of football, not good on ice at all, but can't skate at all. But I respect those athletes, man. You guys, I see them out there with the soccer balls, warming up. I see them with their legs and the way they move on ice. What is the formula that you use to make these players what they are? Because I always say that the players are a reflection of the coach. So what is it, that formula that you bring to make these players?
I'll tell you, I have a slogan that I've had the same team since I started coaching, just different names, and we want to be big, we want to be fast, we want to be tough, and we want to be skilled. So we try not to blend. We try to make it a blend of everything. You don't want to be too fast and maybe small, too skilled and not tough. So, I try to get a real good mix of players, and then my kind of go-to saying with the guys is that to play for me, if you want to be a leader, you got to work hard. You got to be in shape. You got to be a team guy. And when I say a team guy, you got to follow systems. You've got to be not on your own page, and then you got to finish your checks, and those are the 4 big ingredients that I say to play for me. And if you want to be a leader on our team and you want your voice to be heard, you have to do those things. Now, the difference between us, I think, and the other teams that we beat when we win the championships is our skilled guys and our top level players have more of those attributes than the other teams. So sometimes you'll have a guy that, in hockey, that's maybe a skilled guy that's really good on the power play, but he's not hard to play against even strength, so he might be a minus player, and that hurts for team chemistry. So I've always said, if you have guys that lead by example and your top players, they might not be the most skilled guys in the league, but they offset maybe that they have maybe a little less skill because they're harder to play against, and maybe they're more physical, maybe they just battle for the puck, they work harder, they lead by example, and that's really the secret to my success, is having more skilled players that have those 4 attributes or have more of those attributes than the other team's top skills. So, we like to be hard to play against. We like to have guys that are, finish their checks hard, and I really look at that as being the secret to our success, and making sure that we have a lineup that conforms to that, and the kind of athletes that get it. It's got to be, it's a little bit hard when you're at AA to be completely team, because you have a lot of guys that want to move up. And it isn't like you've signed your 5-year contract and you're with the club indefinitely, like, when pro sports, and you can give a little bit away there because you have some security. Our guys don't really have that security, so you kind of have to blend your system in what works for them. And the young guys want to get stats, they want to move up, they want to try to make it to the NHL. So also, I try not to hold them back, and understand that their personal goals are very important to them too, just besides the team goals. Make them try to understand that team goals help them get their personal goals. So kind of in a nutshell, that's the secret to my success is just having the right players and making sure you give them an environment that they can, be the best that they can be. I sound like the military there, but be the best that you can be.
Amen to that, because see, that right there, that makes me want to play for you right now. If I could play, hey, I'd be out there. Just tell me how I can sign up, seriously, because I experienced some coaches. I played Arena, which was a smaller, league to get to the NFL. Kind of similar, but, it was always, like you said, those players they're hungry because they're ready to get to the next level. So they're willing to follow, and they're ready to follow. So, it's good to see a coach that is willing to lead them in the right way, and, has their best interests, because you do want them to get to the next level, and you want them to work hard, because you know that it's going to be a reflection on you, because they said, hey, Coach Martinson, he's the one that got me like this. So this is what he taught me.
It's like any business, that if you help people with their life and their career and where they're trying to get to, they'll appreciate that, and they'll see that, and they'll know that you're not being, I think part of, you have to be genuine with people, and if you show them a way, not all the players get it, not all the players that, they make excuses for why they're not at the area that they're at, and I try to, I'm a real straightforward guy, and I'll tell them exactly what I think, and I don't play a lot of games with the players and mind games, and you can either do these things to get where you want to be, or I've had some players that have led the league in scoring, and my conversation is, if you want to be in the NHL and you're not there yet, you can keep going about things the way you're doing it and say that 30 teams are wrong in the NHL, or you can say, okay, what do I got to do different? And sometimes it's just being in better shape. Sometimes it's being a better off ice. Sometimes it's being stronger. It's being more of the type of guy that people want to play with. Sometimes you get players that, you see it in football and baseball. You can tell when the guys are a little bit on their own page. Mm-hmm. And, obviously in the NFL or in the NHL, I mean, part of that is marketing. They're trying to market themselves a little bit for advertising, but sometimes that stuff can become a distraction. And, so all those elements go in, I think, to trying to make a player understand that, going your route is not going to help them, it's going to help the team.
One last thing here before we get out of your hair. I know you're busy, and Coach has got to get back, and I think he still has some recruiting to do. But Just want to let everybody know, if you want to get tickets, opening night coming up on October 24th. It's going to be a great night. We'll raise the banner. Second year in a row we do that. Tickets, you can get them at 972-912-1000 or log on to AllenAmericans.com. Trust me, it's going to be a great year this year. We have a lot to be proud of over the last couple. You guys are a big a big part of what we did last year in growing up in this area. We appreciate what you've done, and I look forward to another great partnership this year with you guys here in Sherman, Denison, Durant.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be there. I guarantee. Also, sponsored by Knight Furniture and Graham Trucking this year. I'm going to go ahead and get a mention out to them. I know last year Knight Furniture had some tickets that you guys can go pick up there and buy there. Also, we're going to have tickets too, giveaways here at the station, so make sure that you're listening every day to get those Allen American tickets. You know, some hockey fans out there that love hockey, and they don't like the Dallas Stars. I've heard people say, I don't like the Stars. I like Allen American.
Hey, we're going to get you out there this year. Can you skate?
I can try.
We're going to get you on skates, buddy, and you're going to come out there. You're going to skate with us one night. Not maybe during the game, but we'll get you out there during warm-ups. How about that?
As long as you don't film it, put it on YouTube, hey, it's all good.
You know, I'm not sure it's going to be warm-ups. It might be a morning. Might be I've had other football players get on the ice, and what we usually do is we have our tough guys come out and we put equipment on the football players, and they don't realize that being on skates really doesn't give them, much to grab onto, and we let the players hit them and see how tough they are. So maybe we can open up that too.
Hey, I'll try. Just no YouTube, okay? No YouTube. I don't want anybody seeing that. But
JJ, thanks for having us, buddy. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Don't forget, guys, that the game will kick off, October 17th, preseason, October 24th, first game, and be listening for those tickets, all right? AllenAmericans.com, 972-912-1000 if you want to call in and get tickets. Great seats, great game. Anything else you guys like to add?
Nope, just come see us. It's our year.
All right, thank you guys for coming in. My man Tommy Daniels, the voice of the Allen Americans, and Coach Steve Martinson. Back-to-back champions, President Cup champions, Allen Americans, season coming up. Let's get back to that hot music here on Hot 107.3 FM, Texoma's #1 hit music station.